Hi everyone in English 1301, it's Dr. E, and I wanted to provide you with a weekly video, but my big point is to just touch base and just let you know that I'm hoping that you're okay. I'm hoping your family is okay and that you are doing as well as possible right now. I want you to also know that you want to keep an eye on your student email just because there are some resources that will hopefully be shared with you, including, options for local area organizations and resources, anything that we can offer on campus and more. Again, hope that everybody's doing as well as possible. I know that last week was really difficult for a lot of us. So in light of that, what I've tried to do for this upcoming week is to definitely keep that in mind. And while we can move forward in some ways, I don't want to take this week to just barrel straight ahead because I know some of you will be dealing with quite a bit. And I'm not sure that maybe your other professors are going to provide some leeway, so I'm going to take it upon myself for our class to provide a little bit of leeway for you, which I hope works out. So if you take a look, I've updated the syllabus schedule, and you'll see it's pretty similar to last week. We kind of, thankfully did some pre-planning last week, expecting a few difficulties. We had more difficulties than anticipated, but this week what I've done is just, to be honest, I've canceled almost everything. And this is to provide, like I said, some of you may be doing really well. You have running water and you don't have busted pipes and you have power that is continuous, but there are some who are still going to be dealing with those issues, not to mention things that may be going on at work with family members. So again, moving forward, trying to have some grace as we move forward. So what I've done is, because I got a lot of emails from you about the reading journal, I know that some of you were starting to lose power early on. So what I've done is I've opened that assignment area in D2L so that those of you who were not able to submit have the opportunity to do so, and that's until Thursday. So just think about, every week we have Thursdays and Sundays as our typical due dates. So for this Thursday, it's going to be that reading journal assignment. Some of you already submitted, and that's great. Don't worry about it. Don't give it a second thought. Some of you may want to put more time and effort into what you submitted because maybe it was at the last minute or whatever the case may be. So you're welcome to resubmit that if that's, something that you want to do. But again, we're just kind of going at a lighter pace. So what you'll notice if you take some time to look through the rest of the schedule is that I haven't added anything because we're definitely not supposed to do that. So if you have professors who are adding major assignments, that's something to definitely question. But what I've done is taken some things away to account for this week and last week. Because I know that things are going on for all of us. So you'll see that the reading journal, that's going to be due the extended deadline at 11:59 p.m. And you'll note that I moved some of the readings down. If you were working to get ahead, I apologize because I did do a bit of shuffling with the readings as well. If you've already done those readings and you've already made entries in your new reading journal, that's fine. Just keep where you are. But for those of you who are starting your new reading journal document, start with these readings. Okay. If you take a look, we have a chapter from our course text, which is distinguishing facts from misinformation, which is really important right now because, there's a lot of misinformation out there. So we want to have some ideas about how to differentiate between what is reliable in terms of information and what is misinformation. Annotating, summarizing, and responding is definitely a chapter I want you to take some time with, because in lieu of doing our full annotated bibliography assignment, we're going to do those annotation exercises, which were originally planned, but we need to be thinking about what annotations are in academic spaces and what purposes they serve. So a very important chapter, so take some time with that. And then I want you to read Amy Choi's article, What Americans Can Learn from Other Food Cultures. This is nice because it's kind of getting us into a discussion about food and food cultures, which is our general theme for the class. So we have two chapters from our book, which are, getting us to think about writing. And then we have one shorter essay by Choi that gets us into that topic. I've put here, keep up with your reading journal. This is where you start your new document, right? So you submitted your reading journal on Sunday or maybe this week. So you need to start a new reading journal. Don't just add to what you submitted previously. Start a brand new document and start using, the same template, right? So I'll post the template in D2L as well in this week's content area. So just start fresh, start, with those specific texts and keep adding to it until the next time the reading journal assignment is due. Okay. Again, I want you to note that I'm going to be placing some information in the content area of D2L. So I have that document that's the resources at North Harris, everything on campus that can help. The second page of that document are area resources, so in the Houston area, so Northwest Assistance Ministries, Humble Area Assistance Ministries, things that are in the Woodlands in Montgomery County. I tried to kind of cover all bases with that information, so that may be relevant right now. But again, anytime I get updates about different resources in the area, I'm just going to post them there for now. I will also post them in the life help content area of D2L, so just keep an eye on that. But what I want you to do this week is just start those readings if you haven't. Start doing those entries in the reading journal. Take that time to get a little bit ahead, right? I don't want us to feel like, oh, we're behind and we need to catch up, because we're not. We're moving at a pace that is going to work out just fine, okay? So if you get ahead with some of the readings and the reading journal entries, that will free up your time later down the road. There are a couple of intense weeks that will come up. Those were already scheduled. So just keep that in mind. But this week may be something where if you are able to, just work to get a little bit ahead, and definitely let me know if you have any questions. Again, I'm extending all of my hopes that everybody is okay, that your families are okay and hanging in there. And just check back here periodically, because again, I'll post about resources once I receive information. And definitely take a look at your My Lone Star email address to see what information is shared there as well. All right, y'all, hang in there. Touch base with me if you have any questions or concerns. Okay.